What's going on? What's going on, Lineage? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your brother Chief Kalanago Flying Eagle with another video. Let me make sure I have audio on Facebook. All right, we good on we good, we good, we good, we good. All right. So hope everybody's having a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day so far. The sun is out and it's a beautiful Sunday, right? There's no better time like the present. You feel me? So with that being said, I'm gonna get into a few things in this video, more so on a different tip. Um, by no means this is financial advice. I'm not an expert. I'm only an expert to the extent of my knowledge in regards to this subject matter, right? But with that being said, I always encourage people to put themselves in a position, you know what I'm saying, to better themselves. You know what I mean? Like I always, let people know you don't have to wait until you so-called die. You know what I'm saying? Like to live your best life. My question to you will always be, why did you manifest here? What's your purpose? You feel me? Like a lot of people don't know their purpose. You feel? And that's something very important to know, to discover about yourself. Why did you come here? Do you think that you came here to just survive? Ask yourself these questions. Did I come here just to live? Did I come here just to be a statistic? Or did I come here to be great? You know what I'm saying? Did I come here to be superb? First, you have to know the source that you come from is all intelligence. You know what I mean? It's filled with wisdom. So those type of characteristics you have to reflect. So when it comes to your finances, when it comes to building credit, now talking about credit, a lot of people may say, well, Chief, you know what, man, listen, I don't care about credit. This system is falling anyway. So be it, right? Let's just say the system is falling anyway. That's fine. But we know it's not going to fall overnight. Why? Because Rome wasn't built in a day. So if Rome wasn't built in a day, Rome is not going to fall in a day. How can I prove that? Because people are not educated enough in terms of the knowledge to make a conscious decision collectively to do a mental paradigm shift in order for Rome to fall overnight. You feel me? People are not going to do that. So I say, in the meantime, use the system to your advantage to get where you got to go. You don't have to defraud anybody. You don't have to do anything illegal. You don't have to do anything that's going to hurt anybody. There are so many opportunities to use the system to your advantage. It's there for you. But a lot of people mess up themselves because they were not taught financial literacy. They were not taught business, literacy. They were not taught how to be responsible when it comes to managing their money. You see what I'm saying? So once again, this is not any type of business advice. It is pretty much steps that I'm taking, steps that I've taken to put myself in a position to better myself. You feel me? Because once again, it's all about leaving a legacy. And even beyond that, I would say learn to create a dynasty, right? So, yes, we are the indigenous people of this land, but we are prisoners of war in our own land, right? So, why not use, again, the system to your advantage, right? So, we're going to talk about a few moves that I would suggest. Once again, it's not business advice. I'm not a professional. If you need professional help, seek somebody who could assist you with that. All right. But for me, it's just giving you the information that I have used or I'm using to build myself. You feel me? So here we go. A little bit about financial literacy. Okay. What I've realized, and by no means I'm judging, right? I'm just going based on my environment, right? And people who look like me, again, based on my environment, those people, if they get $10, they would take that $10 and go spend it immediately. You see what I'm saying? And worry about what's going to happen the next day. If they have $100, they would look for the most expensive thing to buy that could get them close to that $100 spending limit, right? To me, that is not good practice. That is not good. That is not good money management. All right. You have to put yourself in a position where your money could work for you. You want to take yourself out of the bracket of working for money and allowing your money to work for you. What does that mean? You want to teach your money how to be a slave. And yes, your money is coachable. Your money is teachable. The thing is, you just don't know that because you look at it as a dead entity. Okay, come into my hand, it give me what I want temporarily. Tomorrow I'm broke. I got to go hustle again, right? That is not a wise business mindset. You feel me? Once again, it's lacking in what I call financial literacy. You want to teach your money how to be your slave. You feel me? That is your slave. It's supposed to work for you. It's supposed to take care of you. Okay? So treat your money right and your money will treat you right. You feel me? So here's a breakdown, right? And it's never too late to start. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter what your credit has been. It doesn't matter where you've been. That's the beauty about life, right? You could always get a fresh start. You could always hit that reset button. You could always do that. Always. Never think that all is done or over with because you don't know or you didn't know, right? You could always get a fresh start, right? So let's say you don't have good credit or but you have a job, right? I mean, it's easy to get back on track. You know, there are certain letters that you could write because you have bad credit or you have a lot of delinquencies on your credit report. It doesn't mean that you can't get rid of it. Yes, the debt will still be there, but you could write to these credit bureaus, okay, whether it's Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax. You could write to them and ask them or request more so that they take those reports of your credit report. And there are certain ways to do that. Once again, I'm not a professional, so I cannot guide you in that direction. But if you seek that professional help, somebody who's skilled or the know-how, they could help you with that, right? Even if you haven't paid the debt, you could still make sure that when people look up your credit, those delinquencies are not shown on your credit report by writing a certain amount of letters. And trust me, there's ways to do that. Once again, I'm not a professional, so I cannot guide you in that. However, I could pretty much tell you that it's possible, right? So you could do that. That's number one, right? Number two, all right, you want to put yourself in a position where, of course, when you work, you get 100% of your check. I mean, of course, minus the taxes, right? So you will get your check. Let's just say you get $300 a week, right? I'm just giving a random number, right? If you get $300 a week, most of us, and I'm saying most of us based on the people within my environment, right? When we get a check for $300 a week, even before the check comes, we already spent $400. I'm going to repeat that. Okay. If we get a paycheck of $300 a week, before we even get our check, before Friday comes, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have plans to spend $400-500 already before you got your check for $300. In other words, you're living above your means. You're spending more than what you have even before you got it. Okay. And once again, that is because of what we were taught. Nobody taught us financial literacy. The majority of us were taught to go to school, get good grades, and get good jobs. People who are chasing jobs will always be broke. That's just a fact. I'm going to repeat that. People who are always chasing jobs will always be broke. And what's a job? A job, J-O-B, means just over broke. That's the way it was set up. Okay. Now, I'm not knocking people with jobs because you need to take care of your livelihood. So it's a beautiful thing to have a job, yes. But the question remains what you do with that money when you get paid. Okay. Are you spending 100% of what you are taking in? Is it all expenses? Now, you don't have to be a great accountant, okay, to learn how to balance your books. It's pretty much your liabilities versus your assets or your expenditures versus what you are taking in. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. And if you're spending more than you are taking in, that means your books is jacked up. I mean, it's just basic common sense, right? Basic common sense. So you want to put yourself in a position where, like I said, if you're getting $300 a week, okay, you want to budget yourself, okay? You want to pretty much set up two columns, right? The left column, the right column. You could make one the asset, the liability, or you could make one the liability, and or you could make one bills, expenditures, and another one savings, right? You could, whichever way you want to set it up is fine, but you definitely want to be able to spend a certain amount of money for your bills. Let's just say from the $300 for the week. Let's just say for the week, your bills are, it come up to like $100 or $150. All right. Let's just say 150. Half of that is bills, right? Now, let's just say $50 for groceries, right? So that's already 200. You have $100 left. Now you work, you may want to treat yourself. That's fine, right? You want to take about $25 of that to treat yourself, but $75 of that should go into some type of investment, into some type of, structure that could at least give you some type of interest on that money when it comes to building that money. In other words, you're teaching that $75 how to make you $100. You're teaching that $100 how to make you 125. You're teaching that 125 how to make you 150. Now, trust me, if you invest something or you put yourself in a position where you're able to take $75 to make $25 every week or every month, it may not seem like a lot, but I promise you it's a lot. Why? Because if you have $100 in the bank for an entire year, they only give you what, about 0.1 or 1% on that money. So the bank is literally going to give you $1 on every dollar, okay, that you put in the bank. And mind you, you are paying monthly fees as well. So you're actually losing money. So if you could take that money to give you $25 a week extra, man, trust me, that's a great investment. All right. $1 saved is $1 earned, or $1 earned is $1 saved, right? So basically, what am I saying? Don't spend all your money as soon as you get it. All right. Learn to be responsible. It's all about discipline, right? Learn to be responsible. Spend a certain amount, find something. There are so many different opportunities out there. Like I said, I'm not here to give advice. Do your due diligence, do your own research, right? But those are the steps that I'm taking. And I'll tell you why when I'm done, right? So you definitely want to put yourself in a position where even if it's $10 a week, even if it's $20 a week, to put it into a situation where it's working for you. In other words, you want to be able to go to sleep and get up and have more money than you had before you went to sleep. And I'm using that word sleep very lightly. We're not going to get into the semantics of words, right? All right. We're just going to give it, I'm just going to give it to you the way it is, right? So that is some great advice. Okay. Now, number two, you could also have business credit. Okay. A lot of times when you set up a business is really easy to set up. Okay. All you need is an EIN. Okay. You want to get an EIN, that's easy to get. You call the IRS. Okay. And those, once again, you could look into that for yourself. You call the IRS. Okay. And you tell them you want to open up a business. Make sure you have a name for the business. You want to register the business first in your state, right? So you want to register the business, then you want to get the EIN number. When you get the EIN number, or you could do it as a DBA, or you could just do it as an LLC, an S corp, a C corp, whatever. Once again, look into that to get more details, right? But the point is, you want to get a business account. Now, with a business account, normally it's attached to your social, which is fine, right? Which is fine because now you could build that business account to let it reflect on your personal credit, right? So you could do that as well. So once you open up the business, you could open up your business account with as much as $100, $200, right? You don't necessarily have to have a brick and mortar business. It could be online, okay? It could be simple services, right? So you could do that. Now, as soon as you open up that business account, right, guess what? You could also apply for a credit card. Even if your business is not making money, it's a matter of a projection, what you think your business will make on a certain amount, for a month or whatever the case may be. You could do that, right? So once again, it's just so many ways to do that. And you could start small. The key is, my brothers and sisters, you have to crawl before you walk. You have to walk before you run. Okay, so all is not lost because you messed up in the past. And then once again, I'll tell you why all this is important, right? So boom, you got your business account, you you apply for a business credit, and there you go. Just be responsible. Just be responsible. And whenever you get you spend money on that business credit or a personal credit card, you want to make sure as soon as the statement is you want to make sure as soon as the statement is posted, you want to pay that bill, right? Pay as much as you can or pay it off in full. So when that runs on your credit, or when it's reported to the three major credit bureaus, it will be a zero balance, right? You don't want to do it when the bill is due, because because the statements always go out when the statement is due, not when the bill is due. You feel me? So you want to make sure that you get alerts so that you know when the statement is posted, and boom, you pay it off. Okay. And now when it goes out to the bureaus, it shows that it's a zero balance. Boom, that's building your credit. You see what I'm saying? That's building your credit. So that's a beautiful thing to do. Okay. So now that you open up your business, okay, you got your business credit card, you actually are making moves because it's connected to your credit, to your personal credit, right? Boom. Now, if your credit is really jacked up, right? Really, really jacked up, and you want to start fresh, of course, you're gonna have to find a way to pay off those bills. You see, what people don't realize is that you get credit and then you just go buck wild and start spending and not thinking of tomorrow what's going to happen to you. And that's how a lot of people end up in these situations, right? But once again, all is not lost, right? So you could start over. Okay, now you could call these companies and make a payment plan. You could do that. Or I've heard people wait for 7 years, and it file for bankruptcy or whatever the case may be, and it goes off their credit and they get a clean slate. Also, what you could do is, as a fresh start, you could go, which is kind of like, it's not going backwards. Now, if you already have credit, right, meaning that you have a score of, in this like 640 and up, then you don't have great credit, you don't have good credit. It's fair, but it's good enough to get credit cards, right? So you could do that and be responsible with it. But if your credit is really jacked up, what you could do is, if you have a job and all you need is an account, okay, you open up an account, and it could be a checking account. Like personally, I don't do saving accounts, because when you have a saving account, that means you have income, right? That's a whole different story, right? So a checking account is just a cash flow for cash flow, right? So therefore, you open up a checking account, and then what you could do immediately, you could open up that checking account and open up what's called a secure credit card. Now, brothers and sisters, it don't have to be a lot. You could open up a secure credit card for like $100, $200, right? You could do that. Okay. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, fam. What's going on with this? Hey, cuz. Hey. 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 Okay, I'm coming. All right. Okay. So what you could do is, with the secure credit card, all you need is about $100, even $50. It's up to you. Start small, right? And you could open up a secure credit card. Okay. With a secure credit card, it helps you with discipline. You cannot spend more than you have. So if, let's just say, your credit limit on your secure credit card is $100 in that account, it will not let you spend more than that. So you're able to buy with that credit card and pay it on time. That could also help you build your credit. All right. So I just wanted to come and give you guys a few tips on that. Also, there are certain companies where they give you primary credit lines, right? They're really easy to get. Okay. They're called primary credit lines. Okay. And there are a lot of companies you could look up and Google, okay, to find a few of them. Okay. I've been looking into that for quite some time, and a few of those companies that again, I'm not giving financial advice, I'm just letting you know based on my experience, what people, I've heard people say that's really good. You could go to there's one that's my jewels, let me see, myjewelersclub.com. Myjewelersclub.com. That's MYJ WELERS club.com. All right. They are one of the primary credit cards or that could help you with your credit, right? Then you have New Coast Direct, NEWCOAST Direct. That's another one. Okay. Huntington Chase, that's another one. You have an app that's called Self. It's also a primary give you primary credit lines. Then you also have Digital Card Grain, GRAIN. So those are a few options that will give you primary credit card limits, right? You apply, and then again, the key is to be responsible. All right, there are a whole lot more, but I'm just giving you a few of them, right? Just be responsible, and then you will see that you're getting a credit boost, the credit rating, until you could apply for those other credit cards. All right, so that's some of that. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's important to get your credit on point, whether it's business or personal credit, is for a few reasons. Yes, we all might want to say, well, hey, you know what? The system is going to crash or whatever the case may be. The thing is, you want to be a step ahead. What does that mean? So whatever happens, you'll already be in a position where you already have things done. Like, for instance, you want to buy some land, right? Which is a great investment, right? So you want to buy a small lot. Now you could take credit against that. So you want to build yourself to put yourself in a position, no matter what happens, you are in a better position than you were. It's all about being responsible. It's all about, again, learning um, some type of financial literacy. You don't have to be the best financial guru, but the very simple things that you could do to put yourself back in position. You know what I'm saying? It is such a beautiful thing when you could walk into a bank to get business credit, and they say based on your record, you know what I'm saying, or your history, the banks say, well, hey, you know what, man, listen, they will run you down to give you credit lines, right, for your business, right? So all those things are important. So once again, I felt it was, necessary to just come give you guys a little bit of I wouldn't say advice, just drop some knowledge, drop some jewels, because once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you some of the steps that I have taken and I'm taking to build mine, right? To get where I gotta go. Okay. I'm looking at a 3-family in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? 2-car garage, whatever the case may be. I'm looking for that. I have a great possibility, which I already put out there in the universe. I'm getting that. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the steps that I'm taking. I'm working on my business credit. I went to the bank. I'm with Bank of America. I went to them. I say, hey, listen, man, you know what? I want to be able to build my business credit. They was like, listen, man, with your transaction history with Bank of America, set up an appointment. I set up an appointment for Tuesday. They was like, listen, the bank will be more than happy to give you that because you have a great transaction record. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know, once again, man, it's never too late to start. You feel me? Never too late to start. And for those of you who are using your children's credit card to get credit cards, don't jack them up, man. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Be responsible, because people do stupid stuff like that, right? But that's how you do, you do those things, right? Now also, you could get a credit line, like if you know somebody you trust, right? Again, be responsible, right? A credit line versus what's called give me 1 second here. Press the primaries. A credit line is basically where somebody with good credit will give you a credit line. In other words, open up a credit card, in your name on their credit because they have good credit. That's called a credit line, right? So it's based off of somebody's credit, right? But the primaries are with your own personal information, which is going to help you out. That's the difference. All right. So the trade lines is with somebody else who have great credit that's looking out for you, or the primaries is solely based on you doing it yourself. And I gave you a couple of companies that you could check out, and there's a whole lot more. Number one, myjewelersclub.com, New Coast Direct, Huntington Chase, the app Self, and Digital Card Grain. Okay, you could check those out and see what the criteria is. It's real simple to help you out with the primaries. The trade lines, they are places that you could buy them I bought a couple of a coastal something. I forgot the name, but it's coastal. I think it's called coastal. Let me just see. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick because I want to make sure I give y'all that information before I get out of here. All right. Let me see. It's called. That's because I used it just last week. Okay, and they already putting things in motion for me. Okay, give me 1 second. What is it called? Hold up. Give me 1 second. It's called Coast Trade Lines, I think. Coast Trade Lines. I think that's what it's called. All right. So just wanted to share that information with y'all. Okay. Yep, Coast Trade Line, Coast. All right, COAST. All right, and with there, you could go on there and check out the information. You could buy the for a few months. You could buy it for a year, whatever the case may be. They'll guide you as to exactly how to do that, and the bump on that credit line will appear within a week or two. All right, so I hope that information was helpful to some of you. Once again, this is just what I'm doing to help put me in a better position. So no matter what happens, I'm one step ahead. That's me. I'm proactive. I see a lot of people are distracted with R. Kelly, distracted with that McDonald's, distracted with everything that's going on except handling their business. You see what I'm saying? And those type of people, you already know where they're going. You see what I'm saying? So I tell people like this: the only business that you have is between your two ears. You feel me? The only business that you have is between your two ears. Okay, and anything else that comes in apart from that business is gossip. You feel me? It's gossip. So I don't deal with that. Once in a while, I may crack a little joke on the internet just to bring a little humor because I don't want people to think, oh, Chief is always business and serious. Nah, I have fun. Like take for instance, yesterday, I'm saying, took my nieces and my nephew to 42nd Street. We had a great time. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, you have to be at least 90% handling your business and 10% fun. All right. And at the same time, you could handle your business and still have fun. The point I'm making is all these distractions, man, it can be overwhelming, but it's also dangerous in a sense because it's keeping you back from moving forward and doing what you have to do. You dig? So with that being said, you guys have a beautiful continuation, and I hope this information was helpful. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not giving no type of financial advice. I'm just giving you the information, the things that I'm doing, the steps that I'm taking to put myself in a position so I could get that house and possibly get some land. Once all that is said and done, then I'm also going to go to Zillow.com to look for some land and lot, and they have a lot of land that they're selling on there. I'm gonna look into that. Now, once I do that, then I'm gonna go. There's another site that it's called PropStream, POPROP stream, all right, .com, and then it will tell you everything on that lot, on that land. It will give you everything, whether it has a lien on the land, all that stuff, all that information is on there. Then the next thing you want to do, you want to contact you want to probably contact that county where it's at. You see what I'm saying? Contact that county where it's at, see if they have any liens on there, and you could buy your property. All right, but make sure it's in a developing area where you could actually sell it to one of them developers or rent it. You see what I'm saying? So the point is, you want to have assets that you could turn into cash flow, and that's how you become free. That's how you become wealthy. That's how you start getting your freedom. Instead of chasing money and working for money, now money is chasing you because now your money is working for you. You see what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. You want to flip it. All right. You want to flip what we've been doing around. Instead of working for money, let your money work for you. You want to create a cash flow instead of getting a check. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, you got to crawl, walk, then run. And before you know it, you will be in a position where you have great credit, business credit. Now they're running you down. Just be responsible and things will work out. Be patient. If you have bad credit, It didn't happen overnight. It was because of your irresponsibility, right? So that means that it's going to take the reverse. Now you're going to have some type of discipline. It's going to take a little bit of time, okay? And I promise you, it's not going to take an entire lifetime to get your credit back on point. Just be responsible and handle your business. And hey, let the chips fall where it may. The system may crash overnight, it may not. But the point is, I'm going to be in a position, no matter what, to always be good. I'm living my best life right now. Okay. I want my pearly gates right now, not when I so-called die. Okay. I don't know about that. When I get there, I'll deal with that. But for now, I want to live my best life. I want to have the beautiful homes, not one home, but beautiful homes, rent them out. I want to have, the best of everything because I deserve it. Okay. I deserve it, period. It's really that simple. Okay. I deserve to live my best life right now. And that's what I'm doing. You guys have a great one. I love y'all. Your brother Chief Kalanago will talk soon.